Hey there guys, welcome back to ARTFX Studios Tutorial Tuesday, season number 3 about Neurofunk drum and bass. This is episode number 12. We're about halfway through the season. Well, actually in the past 2 seasons, it took about 24, 25 videos, so I think we're about halfway through this. That means we've got a lot of work to do because we've only made the intro. But we were stuck, or I was stuck with this, so I have a good reason for it. Now, I'm going to play you the track, and then we're going to be working on it. I have an idea for the build-up. There we go.
This is the beginning.
So that's to about where I had it. Now, there was some more stuff in here. I mean, we had the build-up thing, right? Don't worry. I've got that build-up sounds.
Beginning.
Let's see. That build-up, I still have it. It's there. It's still going to be used, but I thought that during this part, right after that vocal, that
This is the beginning.
to make a bass and make that bass kick in right after that vocal, and the bass is actually going to be part of the build-up. Now, I did create some bass already. You know, I've made some basses already, and I played around with them before I started doing this video, and I actually thought that they didn't really sound too good as a main bass, I think. So instead, what I want to do is I've actually been thinking about what to do, and this was part of the reason why I was stuck. I was trying again and again to make something with these basses, and even though they sound good, they didn't fit what I was working on. So I have a new clip right here, and that new clip is going to be playing a bass, and I'm going to be making a simple reese bass. It's not going to be too complicated, you know. In terms of the actual sound design, it's going to be pretty simple, but it's going to do its job, and that's really important. And I'm still going to use the other basses that I've created, but I might use those more as a fill bass at the end of a phrase or something like that. And for this one, I created a clip, and I can show you. I have a patch already. Well, let's just initialize this patch and start all the way over. So this is a patch with just a saw wave. I'm gonna bring this down 2 octaves to bring it into the bass range. And now I wanna play this clip But before I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna bring all these notes up. So last week we talked about switching from the G minor scale to the G figurine scale. And I was talking to you about how I like the figurine scale for drum and bass tracks. And we heard that with the duduk instrument. And it gave it a really great sound when we compared it to the G minor scale. It made it sound much more mysterious with that figurine scale. And that is because of the first interval of the scale. Normally with a minor scale, the first interval of a scale will actually be 2 semitones. But with a figurine scale, the only difference from the figurine and a natural minor is actually that first interval, so the second note of the scale, where the first note is going to be a root, which is going to be the G, and then in a G minor, the first interval will be an A. But within a G figurine, the first interval will be a G sharp. So it's 1 semitone lower, and that actually creates that sort of like feeling of tension because of that difference between the first and second note. Now, it becomes even more apparent when I start playing a bass sound with that particular kind of pattern with that figurine scale. So I have a bass already here. Now let's just demonstrate this to you. So there's some reverb on here as well, you can hear that. So let's just create a low G. And we could create something like this. And I need to set this to monophonic. And you can hear that difference sounds we could even do it like that. You can hear it gives a, especially when we combine it with, maybe take off the reverb for now. So we could do that. Now that sounds better than when I would do it with that A. I don't know, this sounds kind of weird actually, but when I drop it 1 semitone, it sounds much better, and it becomes even more fun. See? So it's probably easier to be heard on a higher octave. So compare that to this. This actually sounds weird now. That sounds good. So that's something to think of. Now, I've made this clip, and this clip is doing the same thing. So right now, we're using A notes. And that sounds good. I mean, nothing wrong with it. But still, I absolutely don't like that A note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it 1 semitone, bring it into the G figurine, and now it sounds much better. So I actually think, if I hear it like this, that the figurine skill is used quite a lot in drum and bass. That's what I think. So we need to start working on this patch. The patch itself, right now, is really basic, and it's definitely not good enough. So, what can we do? Now, the first thing I like about drum and bass lines is when they have that glide in them. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of glide, not much. Let's keep it at something like that. Just a little bit of glide. It's gonna give it a bit more depth. I don't know. It just makes it flow a bit better, I guess, and that's definitely what you want. Now, the next thing what you want to do is most reese basses have quite some detuning in them. So I can bring this up to 2 voices. And that already brings us in a sort of like a better kind of sound. I can bring these closer towards each other, so I can bring the detuning down. Which makes it sound pretty good. And then I could take the random phase down. A little bit of difference in the phase is actually pretty nice. You don't have to make it fully the same every time a note is triggered. But what we can do is I can bring that amount of voices up to something like 6, and that will give us a much fatter sound. So you hear that phasing kind of thing in it. When I bring the detuning up, it's actually gonna speed up that movement. So we get a really nice sound. Now, a really cool thing, if you click the detuning, you can see how the individual voices are spaced from each other. And if you go to the global tab in Serum, right here at the bottom, you get a mode. Now, if you click that, you get 5 options, and that's pretty interesting. It's currently set to linear. If I set this to super, and we go back to the oscillator tab and click on detuning, we can now see the difference. So let's see how that sounds. I think it got a little bit heavier in the center of the track, but still it has that wider stereo sound, which is good. I'm gonna bring the random phase down to 0. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, so let's try one of the other exponential. Now it becomes much wider, and then we have the random, which does that. Don't really want to do that because I don't want to make it too random. So I think I'm gonna set this to super. I like it on the super setting. So we can still we can stay with the saw wave. Saw wave is good. There's nothing wrong with using a saw wave for a reese, because basically most saw waves or most reeses are built from saw waves. So we actually have a reese already. Now, there's one more thing I need to do. We have that pitch bending note at the end, and I want to bring this down to 7. So that gives it a bit more of an interesting kind of thing on the end of the phrase. Now, I'm also going to enable the sub, We are pitching this down 2 octaves, so if I do this, we're most likely going to get a pretty high-pitched sub. Like I said. Let's pitch it down -2. So that sounds quite good. I'm also going to bring that blend up. Let's see if I make more voices. It's a bit too much. Okay, I like it like that. The next thing I want to do is I want to add a filter to this. So I'm going to add a notch filter, and let's just take the notch 24. I'm going to bring the cutoff quite high, and let's bring the resonance down for now. And what I want to do is I want to use elevos to give this a bit of movement. And that movement is not going to be perfectly in sync with the track. At least not with the grid of the track, but it's actually going to be in sync with the BPM. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this first LFO, or I'm going to connect the first LFO to the cutoff. Let's do that first. So I'm going to bring that range down. So we get... Now it's playing like this, and I'm gonna re-trigger this. And because we've set this to mono and legato, it's only gonna re-trigger the LFO when a new note is played. So not when notes are overlapping. Then it will actually keep on playing this LFO. That's pretty cool. I think it's when we turn off the legato. Yeah, if we turn legato off, it will actually re-trigger this for every single note. If we turn this on, it will re-trigger the LFO only when like a real note is re-triggered. So now the LFO only re-triggers when the phase, the detuning, is re-triggered. So that's pretty helpful. The speed of the LFO, however, is not really what I like. It's kind of too fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this, turn this dot button on. And this dot button will actually, it means dotted notes. So if we hover over it, dotted notes, 1.5 times the rate. So I'm going to set this to a 1/4 dotted note. And now it actually, the timing of the LFO is now in sync with the notes that we have in this clip. Because those notes are actually 1/4 dotted notes. So it's now in sync, and that's pretty damn cool. Now I want to create another LFO. Make it 1 bar long, and I'm going to, let's see, connect that to the cutoff as well. I'm gonna make that range go down a bit further. So now you can hear what we're getting. This one is actually still set to a bar, so it's just continuing over and over again, and it's not re-triggered when a new note is played, so it's just gonna keep on cycling through, and that's pretty cool. Now, because I've also turned on the anchor, it's turned on by default, but if you turn it on, it will remember the position of the LFO, and it will basically, what it will do is it will look at the position in the song, and where the LFO stops doesn't really matter on the end of a note, because it will actually look at the song position, and it will start the LFO at the position where the song is actually playing. So it's kind of hard to explain if you're not a native English speaking guy, but just remember that if you turn this off, it will stop cycling through the LFO as soon as a note stops. And when the new note is triggered, it will start playing from the position where it stopped on the last note. While when anchor is turned on, you can basically see this as an LFO that's always running when the song is playing. And it doesn't matter where it stops, it will always start in the same position for that particular note in the track at that particular given time. So it's pretty helpful to understand that. If you don't fully understand it, just look it up in the manual. It's really well written, and definitely gives you a great explanation of how that works. You can find the manual right there. So now we have that in sync with the track. I'm gonna give it a bit of drive. Gives it a bit more volume, maybe a bit of fat. And I'm gonna bring that resonance up. Yeah, I like that. Now, I want to add a chorus to this. So I'm going to add a chorus. Let's turn the mix all the way up. Low pass filter is going to be up all the way. Feedback is going to be down. Depth is going to be about 6.4. And I'm going to sing this to the BPM. Let's try a bar. I think a bar is pretty good. Now, you might think this sounds really weird. I'm gonna bring this down. Okay, I set it to 2 bars. That sounds pretty good. And now I can bring that mix knob down to about 50%, I think. So you can hear what happened. Maybe bring that down even more. I like the sound of it. Okay, so it sounds quite good now. I'm also going to add a distortion, and I'm going to add it after the chorus. Let's try the tube setting. Okay, I'm also going to turn on this one. Let's see how this sounds. So let's do something like that. And mix that in with the original. We're going to give it a bit more highs with that, and that's pretty cool because we lost a bit of the high frequencies with the chorus. That's before the chorus, and this is after. So we lose a little bit of highs. And we add those back in. Just a bit. Not too much. So that's pretty good already. It sounds quite good. Now I can bring some reverb into this. A bit of that one. So that sounds quite good. Let's listen to this in context with the track.
This is the beginning.
Okay, so that sounds good. We definitely need to add some more to this. What I want to do is I want to create some filtering on that first part when the bass kicks in. So I'm going to set this to a band pass, I think. Yeah, let's just keep it at a band pass. And let's see how that sounds.
Beginning.
So you can hear how that could sound quite good. Let's zoom in a little bit. And let's make the grid narrower. So we can duplicate this now. And on that second one, I want to give it a bit more of a higher first part. So that sounds quite nice. So that sounds quite interesting. We could, of course, just do it like that. And then add a low pass filter after it. That's probably quite interesting. So that sounds quite good already.
Beginning. 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 Beginning.
I like that.
Beginning. 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 Beginning.
Okay, that sounds good. Then we have the second one that sounds good as well. And then we can do this. No. We can do this. And if we really want to make it perfect, we can do that. So now we have which sounds quite good. Now obviously we get the sub cutting out every now and then. I can show you by putting on EQ8. You can see the sub right here, down here, and every time we go up higher, we might lose a bit of sub, as you can see. I'm gonna try not to do that. So I'm gonna see if we can make something interesting with that. So let's group these. And I'm going to put a multiband dynamics right after it. And I can take out that auto filter. I'm going to turn off the high band, so there's not going to be a high band, and I'm only going to solo the mids. So now we get... Those are the mids. And then I'm going to create another chain. Add a multiband dynamics to that as well. And I'm going to solo the sub. So now we still get a sub bass during the part where the filtering is applied and where it goes up into the higher parts of the bandpass. So that's one thing we could do. Let's compare that. I quite like that. It sounds quite interesting. So we get that. Other thing that we could check out is without this. So it just... So that's what you're gonna get without the sub. Sounds a bit weird without the sub. So let's just do it like that. So I want to bring that up gradually. So that sounds quite interesting. I might wanna try out with that kick drum in it. Okay, I think it sounds quite interesting, quite good actually. So I can select this and duplicate that. And let's place some drums underneath it. I think it sounds quite good, but I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Almost 40 minutes now. So we have that bass now with the bandpass. That sounds quite good, actually. And let's take it out from here. I might want to add some more stuff to this. So we have the sub, which sounds good. We good. Okay, so that one sounds good as well. Let's just try that. And then during the second part, we are gonna cut that out. So then, during the second part, the bass becomes a bit heavier, which is quite cool as well.
This is the beginning.
And
Beginning. Beginning.
that could be interesting as well to do something with this. So let's copy that and paste it down here. So then we can copy this and paste it right here. Do that.
Beginning.
So we we can take that.
Beginning. 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 Beginning.
That's quite interesting. So I need to copy that part. This, no. Yeah. That part, copy that over to here and to here. And now I can copy this entire part and paste it down here.
Beginning. 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 Beginning.
So, we've done quite some stuff today. We made a pretty interesting bass. I might want to do some more distortion to this. Call this sub and call that mid. And we could distort this a little bit. That might be pretty interesting. Let's see. Something cool that I do a lot is place a camel fat onto the track. And this can give you really nasty effects, really things that don't sound good, but they also can give you a lot of great stuff. And what I would do is just go through and choose a preset that I like. Now I'm gonna take the reese preset, for instance. And what I'm then gonna do is when I play this, I don't know how loud this is gonna be. It might be really fucking loud. So what I'm then gonna do is I'm gonna press the randomize button until I find something I like. That sounds quite interesting, and I can then bring that mix down. So we have that auto filter, which is doing its thing, but I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm only gonna turn it on during the part where I actually want filtering, because I don't wanna I think it would be pretty cool to have something of a drum fill right at this part. Maybe even during the entire 4 bars, 4 beats, 4 bars. What is it? Yeah, 4 bars. 2 bars. Sorry, 2 bars. Yeah, it might be pretty cool to do some kind of a drum fill over there. Might want to do some compression to bring the levels up. I'm just going to use my big old friend Maximus. So now it becomes much louder. So yeah, that's it for this week. We've made a pretty damn nice bass. It sounds pretty awesome, actually. I'm gonna work on it a bit more in the upcoming week. See if I like it. See if I want to change some stuff. But we've definitely overcome our writer's block, or my writer's block. We've now made a part that I was struggling with for a long time. So that's good. That's a really good thing. Now, next week, I think I'm gonna do some mixing. Before we are gonna continue, I think I'm gonna do some mixing next week to bring all the levels down a bit to what they should be. Because I think right now, with the introducing of that bass, I think the limiter that I have on the master is actually doing a lot of work. Yeah, it's doing way too much work for what it does, and I don't know, the bass is too loud now. We haven't done any mixing yet. The drums haven't been optimized to sound good during the part where the bass is playing. We might want to do some things to the main drums as well. But that's all for the upcoming weeks, you know. Next week, we're going to be doing some mixing first before we're going to do, I hope, maybe the first part of the drop. See if the drums fit or if I need to change them. And after that, we're basically just going to continue with doing this. And I think from now on, we're going to be able to finish this track pretty easily. We've done the biggest amount of work already. So, yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked this video, you can come to my YouTube channel. On there, you can subscribe and you can find a lot of videos about music production. I do one of these videos every single week. You can also go to my website, which is www.artfx-studios.com. On there, you can find a whole bunch of products for music producers. And, yeah, you can just hang out there. The forum is still not online, but it's going to be pretty soon. I'm working on it a lot. And just had some more things I wanted to do before I can release this. But if it's going to be released, it's definitely going to be good. When it's going to be released, it's going to be really good. Compared to the old forum. I mean, the old forum was pretty good as well, but this one's just going to be much better. Has a lot more features in it, and it definitely works better as well. The whole structure has changed a little bit, and I've cleaned everything up, so That's a good thing. Now, if you like these videos, please subscribe. I'm recording for almost an hour now, so I think this is pretty much the end of the video, and I'll see you back next week. Peace.